Hi, it's me. It's me again, starting a YouTube channel for the third time, but I promise it's going to be different, I swear. Listen, I've seen the slop, as we all have, that's on the internet lately, and I just realized, wow, you guys need me. You need me. You need me more than ever. And so I have appeared back on YouTube. And for my first trick, I'm going to change your life. Okay. When I was doing my New Year's resolutions this year, something clicked. I feel like I stumbled upon something genius. Okay. Something genius. And I tried it out this last week and it's worked wonders for me. So if you are someone who has 100 bajillion trillion things on your to-do list at all times in several different categories, and you have all these things creatively that you want to accomplish, but you never seem to get anything done, and you just kind of spend a lot of time wasted looking at slop on your phone, and year after year, nothing changes despite your ambition and your desire to accomplish these things, this video might be for you. I'm going to share kind of what I did. It's only January 10th, and I feel like 2026 is off to an insane start for me because I did this. So I highly encourage you to try it out, hear me out, and then try it out in your own way. I really feel like anyone can benefit from this. It's really how to pry open the death grip that these billionaire social media corporations have on our necks right now. These social media platforms that are just absolutely gargling up every second of our lives. Okay? We're going to take it back. We're going to become human again, and we're going to be way more normal and do normal stuff. And this is the way. This is the path. This is the way. So before I get into it, though, I did want to announce my return to YouTube and tell you what this channel is going to be a little bit about. I'm going to be posting once a month. We're going to be making and doing a lot of fun things in LA or wherever I'm at, and we're going to be making stuff. And I'm hoping to inspire you to also make stuff. Let's just try to become more normal. Let's try to get back to being like human, having a human experience. Yeah, that's what my channel is about. Figuring out how to have a human experience again while being creative and making stuff and doing stuff and going outside. Okay, here we go. Get ready to change your life. Incrementally, slowly but surely. Simply. Okay? There's no tricks here. It's only tricking your own brain. That's all we're going to do. Okay? Here we go. The concept here that is very simple is that instead of constantly worrying about your list of things to do and all these different categories of life that we all have, your only focus is your lifestyle. And if you design your lifestyle around the things that you care about and the things that you want to accomplish, you are going to be light years ahead of anyone who's just creating a list and trying to constantly keep up with it and not go on their phone and do the things that they're supposed to do and not the things that they're not supposed to do. And it just feels overwhelming because there's things and it's kind of never ending. And the concept here is that all you focus on is your lifestyle and you just follow the path that you designed for yourself, and it's all going to take care of itself. And it feels so good, trust me, because I am that person that has 100 bajillion million interests and things that I'm trying to do at any given time. And I go down a million rabbit holes, whatever. It's chaos. It's literal chaos. So this is how I did it. And, you can cater it to you and the way that you are. I'm just going to show you the way that I did it for me. And it seems to be working. So the first thing that you have to do before you start designing your lifestyle is you need the data. You have to understand what you want, the things that you're trying to accomplish, the stuff that you want to learn. You know, for me, this started when I was making my New Year's resolutions, and I was just like, this is insane. This is crazy. This is a lot of stuff. How am I ever going to do it? And just not wanting to have another year of having all these ambitions and all these things that I want to accomplish and end up wasting so much of my time on the internet, like we all do, because it's designed to trick you and it's evil. So we're going to win, and it's not going to be through an app that freezes your apps. Okay, it's going to come easily. You're not even going to need to think about it. You're not even going to pick up your phone because you're busy. That's how you do it. This is how you do it. You don't try and stop yourself. It's not part of my lifestyle. It's just not part of my lifestyle to go on my phone that much. That's it. Okay, so figure out what you want, you know. If it helps to have categories first and write under each category, you could do that. If you'd rather just like brain dump and try to categorize after, do that. But you kind of want to end up with, I would say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Cap it at 5. You know, things can fall under each. I will explain to you the ones that I have. Maybe that will help you figure it out. I use Notion. You could use a notebook. It really doesn't matter, but you want to have a separate page for each category, because when it comes time to work on that category, you don't want to see any of the other stuff, because the point of this is to be focused, regain our focus, have certain things for certain days, and cut out all of the chaos, all of the overwhelm. It just stops it becoming overwhelming. So anyway, you have a page for each thing. So I'll go through mine. Maybe this will help you make your categories. I don't know. The first block that I have is called housekeeping. And so this is kind of as it sounds. You know, there's certain improvements I want to make around my house. There's certain things that I want to deep clean, blah, 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 literal housekeeping. But also under this category, I just have all like adult things. So, you know, I want to look into high yield savings accounts. I have something that I need to do for my taxes, you know, making a dentist appointment, anything with finance. So I've kind of put two things together of like cleaning and interior design and house stuff. And I've kind of put it together with adult stuff. Kind of just stuff you don't really want to do. Yeah, it's like admin. Some people might prefer to call this like their admin, but for me, housekeeping, that word to me like means both things. So it just made sense. The next category I have is development. It's kind of learning. I've put learning, relationships, and overall lifestyle, like trips, I've put into development because I think it all contributes to your development as a person. It's kind of like personal development. So name it in a way that makes sense to you. It's important that the name of the block makes sense to you. I have like, I want to learn Polish. It's such a hard, it's like a joke to even try. Anyways, I want to learn electric guitar. I've tried learning guitar like 1,000 times. It's so hard. Why is everyone's out here playing guitar? And I feel like that has made me think that it's an easy thing to do. Guitar is crazy and it hurts. It's like physically painful to play guitar. Anyway, and then I would like to improve my piano. I have stuff on here for my relationships. So all the relationships in my life, friendships, you know, partner, parents, brother, stuff like that of, you know, I even have just like thinking of something nice that I could do for one of these people in my life. That could be under development too, the same way that learning guitar can be under development. So that's how I put these two things together. And then overall lifestyle, that's where I put, it's really, all I could think of for myself for that was just trips. Like, where would I want to travel or things that I want to see? Yeah. So that's kind of this category for me. For me, make it how you want for you, but this is just an example. Next, I have music and acting. Now, this could technically fall under the next category, which is creation. But for me and for you, if you have something that is a vested interest that is very important and feels kind of above the rest, give it its own category. So I have music and acting as its own category, and then I have other creative stuff down here in a whatever. So this got its own category because it's really important to me. Every week I want to be working on music and acting because those are things that I love and they're things that I want to be doing every single week. The last 6 months, I totally fell off of acting, haven't done a single thing. It might even be a year. Has it been a year? I don't know. But you see these things, they just get away from you. Even though they're important to you, they just get away from you. So I have these, I have my music goals and I have my acting goals. And so I just have that as its own category. If you have something similar to that, I encourage you to have it be its own category. If not, don't worry about it. The less categories, the better, honestly. So the next block I have, or category, whatever, is creation, making YouTube videos. You know, I want to make jewelry. I want to finish my book. I'm really adamant about finishing my book. I will say, I didn't mention this, but my book is also its own category because it's like my big project right now. If you have a big project like that you're really trying to get done creatively, have that be its own category as well. And then when it's done, it's done. But these core categories are always going to remain. So yeah, for me, the creation one is like never ending. It's like make jewelry, make a bikini line, write a book, make a YouTube, like it's just borderline ridiculous, but that's me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So the last category is health. And this for me is like, it's not as task oriented because it's already very much built into my lifestyle. So I don't have to do much. So I have this one scheduled in a way where it's kind of just on Sundays when I'm resetting, I'll just review what I have in health. And for me, it's like fitness and nutrition. It could go past that, you know, like I want to have better lymphatic drainage, blah, blah, blah. Just anything health. This could be skincare and hair care. If I hadn't already figured that out, then that would be on here as like a to-do, but I feel like my routine is pretty locked in now. But I do have it as its own category because you never want to forget about your health. Okay, so those are my 5 categories. 6 if you include my project, which is my book, but you're probably not going to have that. So I have 5 main categories. And if you don't have something that you're like super passionate about, like music and acting, that's only 4 categories. And like I said, the less categories, the better. Okay, we're trying to keep this streamlined, simple. That's the name of the game. So you may be thinking, wow, you just made a list of things and put them under categories. Not really reinventing the wheel here, okay? But this is the next step. This is the part that changes everything, okay? So just stick with me. Your lifestyle dashboard or page or whatever. This is where you use the data that you got from those pages, stuff you know you want to accomplish, and this is where you design your lifestyle, okay? This is where you design your lifestyle. Important to note here at the top, I have daily habits because there's certain stuff that you just want to do daily and that you should be doing daily, and it doesn't fall under any category other than it's your daily habits. So I have them on my lifestyle dashboard, and then underneath, that is where you have your schedule, your lifestyle schedule, okay? And you are going to assign, based on what you think is right for you, you're going to assign your blocks for your categories to a day. For me, Monday, housekeeping. Monday is when I like get my shit together. I know a lot of people do that on Sundays. So if that's the case for you, maybe put on Sunday. I don't like to do anything on Sunday. I like to be chilling. It's a chilling day. It's a rest day. So for me, Monday makes the most sense. So I've got housekeeping there. Tuesday, music and acting. Wednesday, development. Thursday, creation. Friday, development again. Saturday, creation again. Sunday, reset. I have health written there, but again, it's really just reviewing. The thing about this is that the best answers are always the most simple. And the thing that doing this lifestyle exercise does, or this lifestyle design, I should say, does, the problem that it solves for is so minute that it seems laughable. All that it is in that split second moment where your brain is sensing that it's bored, which we tend to do, like if 2 seconds goes by, if we have a millisecond where we're like, oh, what do I do right now? We pick up our phone because we're insane and we're addicted. Like it just wants the dopamine. Our brains are not reliable in those moments because they're just going to go for the quick thing. Because even the teeny tiny decision of what do I do right now is when you're reaching for your phone or when you're just walking around kind of aimlessly, or you end up wasting your time because your brain in that, like, oh, I have 10 minutes, like, what do I do right now? You end up doing nothing. You end up going on your phone. You end up looking at YouTube or whatever it may be, because that teeny tiny decision that the brain has to make, it would rather not, frankly. That's just what it is. Your brain would rather not have to figure out what to do in that moment. And then you're racking all your all your lists and all your categories, and there's so many different things that you can do, and then you become overwhelmed. And so you just do the easy nothing thing. And what this solves for is that when it's Monday or Tuesday, let's say it's Tuesday. If it's a Tuesday and I have a moment where I'm like, what should I do right now? I don't have to think that hard because I know that it's Tuesday, it's music and acting. I just go practice piano, or I'll look up a YouTube video. Instead of watching a random YouTube video, I'll watch a YouTube video about sight reading or about guitar because I know that it's Tuesday, it's music and acting day. And I promise you that just that sense of direction that you're giving your brain, that's it. That's all you have to do. That's like the whole, I swear, I feel like I've only done this for a week and I really shouldn't be preaching it this hard, but I actually think that this is the solve for most people, is just solving that minor decision making that the brain doesn't want to do, just having it be laid out in advance. My screen time cut in half. Like, this is the first week I've done it. My screen time went in half without even I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even like, oh, I really don't want to go on my phone. I want to go on my phone less than 20. I wasn't even thinking that at all. I was just like, oh, it's Tuesday. Like, oh, I want to get to my music and acting block. I haven't done anything for that yet. And it's like those teeny tiny minor decisions that kind of, change the trajectory of your life, as they say. So, all in all, I hope I sold that to you. If you design your lifestyle around the stuff that you want to accomplish and you have it be very regimented so that your brain doesn't need to do anything or make any decisions, you're going to be like 20 million steps ahead of people who just have, a queue of things that they want to do at all times. And that was me. And that was me. And now I feel like I'm unstoppable. Not gonna lie. Here's the other thing is, this is the first week I did it. I didn't have more than 15 minutes. My work was so busy this week that I barely had time to do anything. But in those like 15-minute intervals when I did have something I did have a little bit of time, I spent it doing something that I like or that I'm happy about, rather than, you know, consuming literal slop from the internet. And it's little things like that that make all the difference. Lastly, what I will say is that you have to, this is regimented. So even if you're busy, like unless you're sick or on vacation or something, you need to find, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you must find a small amount of time to do something, even if it's sending an email or like watering one plant, I don't care. But you have to do one thing that falls under the block of that day. That is how this turns into an actual lifestyle and not just a list, or you don't want to listify it where it just becomes forgotten. This is a lifestyle redesign. You're redesigning your lifestyle. You can't call it a lifestyle redesign if you're not doing it. See what I'm saying? And so the longer that you do this, the more it just becomes so easy. I've just never as easily done, like checked things off my list and also not gone on my phone or the internet or done anything whack before, like with such ease. You know, like I've had times where I'm like, no, I'm really gonna, but it feels like work. And this didn't feel like that. It just felt easy. And that's what we want. So give it a go. And, you know, each month going forward on this channel, I'm probably going to be doing something from creation or development on the channel. So we're going to be making jewelry. We're going to be working on music. We're going to be finishing my book. We're going to be befriending a murder of crows. I know that feels a little left field, but it's something I really want to do. And I heard that if you do that, first of all, I just want a murder of crows to like have my back, basically. But I got to tread carefully because I don't want it to go, you know, one wrong move with a crow. They do not forget, okay? They do not forget. So I don't want this to go sideways where I have a murder of crows and they are now my ops. And every time I walk out, we have a problem. I want it to be more like, if someone looks at me the wrong way, I've got my murder of crows and they're coming for your ass, right? And then they're also bringing me shiny trash gifts to my front porch. That's the plan. And that falls under self-development, is befriending a murder of crows. So it's whatever you want. It's whatever you want. But those are some of the things that you're going to see on my channel. Go start designing your lifestyle. Okay? Don't worry about the list of stuff that you want to accomplish anymore. It's going to take care of itself. I did a whole lot of shit just last time. Okay? You're welcome. Just wanted to show you the type of shit that I'm on in 2026. Going to the clothing swap to see what I can find. And we're on L. Ron Hubbard Way. And that's how you know. Oh, and there it is. And there it is. These are all Scientologists. Oh, they're gonna last pass. Thank you. There's nowhere to park. Okay, so we're at an outfit repeater clothing swap. You should look them up on Instagram. I think they just started doing this, but it's basically just like a mini flea. But they had really great stuff. It was at a really nice cafe, very outdoor. As you can see, yes, very chic items if you're a chic LA girl. Right across from Safi's restaurant. I had never been here, but I thought it was so cute, and I'm definitely gonna come back here for lunch or something. I just wanted to show you. And then Danny D's Mud Shop, actually. They were so nice in here. And you can sign up for their newsletter, and I think they're gonna start doing classes of some kind on ceramics, etc., etc. And I might sign up because I've always, I don't know, there's a lot of pottery places in LA and I want to get into it. Next door was this knit, everything handmade knit shop. Oh, I can't remember what this place was called, but it's right next to Danny D's, so they were nice in there too, and they had a cute dog. And then look at this plant shop. It's called Plants and Spaces. Wow. I was talking to the chick, I'm like, it must be so nice to work here. She's like, you have no idea. Yeah, all horse imagery, I'm assuming because it's Year of the Horse. I could only imagine. Yeah, lots of cool plants. Really got me inspired to maybe make something like this. It's crazy how much all places in LA, no shade to this place, but all places in LA charge for these kind of, you know, plant moss arrangements. So I'm gonna try and make one myself. Then we went to Bestie's, which is this vegan grocery store. I'm not vegan, but those cookies, you know, you don't have to ask me twice. And I just thought it was a cool shop, and again, they were so nice in there. Right across from the Hope Center, I included this because I thought, you know, some of y'all. Something I think about often. Inglourious Bastards, the entire fate of that film completely depended on casting Christoph Waltz, and they almost didn't make the movie because Tarantino was losing faith that they were going to find someone who was fluent in German and French and English, and they wouldn't have made the movie if they didn't find Christoph Waltz, and who could also act, and he fucking killed that role. And they searched far and wide for Bud, and they just found him, and his career was like, it's not like he was doing nothing, but he wasn't doing anything crazy. And then you look at him now, and that's what I love about Tarantino, is he'll find the person. He doesn't care even if they've acted before. He's gonna find the person. And look at Christoph Waltz, he made that whole movie, and he was amazing in Django as well. Anyways, I just think about that sometimes.
Once again.
What? How do I make this stop?
5, 7,
Stop.
5, 6.
What the fuck? Absolutely insane anteater cutout airbrush painting. Fuck yeah. And I love it. And I love it. Must pick up and haul away yourself. Moggen. Moggen? I would love to have this little perfume cabinet. I love it. Realistic tunnel. Very suitable to crawl in. Oh my God, 34-foot long mine tunnel. Yo, I'm so curious. Yo. I need that as the entrance to my bedroom. That is... Maybe she will do it for us. Oh my God, I can live out my Gollum dreams in this 34-foot tunnel entrance to my bedroom. Finally. 2Gs. Honestly, for the craftsmanship, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Must cop.